Folks, all of you have heard of United States Food and Drug Administration. They are the ones who regulate food, the drugs, medical equipment, and now tobacco. One of the things that FDA has lately done is they want to reach out to you, not only through the regular website, but they want to do the social media, get into your Facebook, get into your Twitter and the other things. And folks, today we have Sanjay Koyani, who is actually the administrator on the web portion of the FDA. And welcome to our studios.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
You are the chief of web production for FDA. Tell me exactly what that job is.
Well, I'm the director of web communications, and FDA has a real interesting mission. We protect and promote the health of the American public by ensuring the safety, efficacy, and security of a variety of products. Drugs, foods, devices, and as you said, now tobacco. And so what we really focus on is how can we reach the public through not only our website, but through all of our partners out there, as well as all these new social media sites that are coming up. And really not just expect folks to come to the FDA, but for us to go where they consume information in the online marketplace and make sure they get some of this critical health information.
Give me one example.
One example I'll give you was a real interesting one. At the beginning of the year, FDA had one of its largest recalls. It was peanuts and peanut-containing products.
Yes, I remember that.
And so this affected a lot of Americans' lives. And rather than just expect people to come to the FDA site to get all the different recalled products that had been contaminated with salmonella, we started looking at where are people also going to consume this type of information, and how can we empower them to be able to take our information and help tell our story. So we looked at a lot of our partner sites. CDC has a MySpace page. They also are pushing things through mobile. We started delivering some of that information to them. We took our large database of recalled products and not just put it on our site in HTML, but made it available via XML and an Excel spreadsheet so people could grab that information and actually mash it up with other technologies to let people know what was being recalled. So it really turned out to be something that had a very positive effect in reaching the public beyond just FDA.gov.
So you reached out to people during the peanut recall. Now, how do you know that you had a good effect? I mean, was it money's worth?
We measure a lot of what we do. And so we were looking at the number of people coming to the FDA.gov website. We looked at the reach we had in some of the social media spaces and saw really good numbers. I'll give you one really good example was one of the core things people were coming to our site for was all the peanuts that had been recalled. We had close to 4,000 products recalled. And so people were hungry for that information to protect their families. And so given the interest, we created a widget of all the recalled products. It's basically a portable application that you can put on your website with code next to it. People can pick that up and put it on their website, their personal pages, on their blogs. And as our information gets updated, it gets syndicated over to that widget.
Fantastic.
And so just looking at the numbers, within a 2-month period, we had over 20,000 other sites pick up that widget and put it on their site.
I would like to believe that almost every doctor would like to have one of those on their computer.
We had some doctors pick it up. We had local health departments. We had media stations pick it up. And then we had the average Joe pick it up. And what's happening here is now we not only have the impact, and we had 20 million people come to our site over a 2-month period to view it or to grab it. So we have the 20 million that came to FDA, and now you have it on 20 other thousand sites. You start seeing the exponential nature of the number of people who are now seeing this information that FDA is making available, and these different sites love it because it keeps their site sticky. People stay on their site, but they get our information. So it's the idea of create once, share many times, and you can have a really significant impact in the public health.
The pandemic flu, that swine flu that's going around, how are you leveraging information on that one?
Well, look, CDC and the Department of Health and Human Services, their flu.gov site are the prime lanes for that information. What we're looking at is where does FDA have a role? And one area that we've been really looking at is fraudulent H1N1 products that are being posted on the internet.
Wow.
Our team's looking at not only just putting that information up on our website and working with the relevant parts of FDA, but we also just created a widget following that framework that would let people be able to pick up all the fraudulent recalled products that FDA has and put that on their website so they can see that information. So again, you're seeing the idea of create this information once and then put it out there for people to grab, and so that the folks are really interested in that area, whether it's to educate friends and family or to educate your local community. You can get that information and have it updated as we get the updated information.
But how about there are many experts out there? There are many families, they may have a different experience, or they may want to criticize certain things that you put up there. So is there, do you accept feedback? Is there a system under which you accept feedback? Would a widget accept feedback?
Yeah, on the widget, not directly, but on all of our web pages where it links back to, we have a web comments area where we encourage people to give us information and advice about how to improve FDA.gov or to improve any of our products, and we use that amongst other resources to try to make real-time improvements to our information.
How's that going? I mean, have you been receiving a lot of it?
We have
praise or criticism?
Both praise and constructive criticism. I'll give you an example. During the peanut recall, when we put out our widget, there were some folks who were having trouble accessing it. They emailed us, and we were able to make immediate fixes so that people really could have a better experience with it.
Okay.
People also shoot in ideas. And right now the government's going with this idea of, all of us are smarter than any one of us. So the more input and advice and feedback we can get, the better we can make our resources for the public.
Recently the Congress passed a law, and they gave you the tobacco to regulate. What is your mission there?
The mission for the Center for Tobacco is looking at how do we regulate tobacco products and also a lot of, again, prevention, protection of the Americans' health.
And how would you go about it? Because remember, the young people are the ones who are going to start. So if you can get them while they're young, you don't have to worry as they're growing up.
We have some tremendous people that have been hired in tobacco